Our first training camp, how was the pace? How do you feel like you're adjusting so far to the speed?
I think we've done a good job ramping up and being in the gym. So, it was good to get out here. A lot longer of a day, but, it's fun bumping, getting in with all the guys. So, I'm looking forward to it.
As you go through all the things, summer league, now training camp, how ready are you just to get out there and get to play?
I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm just trying to take it one step at a time, enjoy every process, every step of the way. So, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm really excited.
A lot of focus today on establishing the identity, which I know is going to be on the defensive end of the floor. What do you believe at this level it'll take to be one of the top defenses in the NBA?
Yeah, I think just utilizing our size, using that to our advantage. We have a lot of really tall, lengthy position players, so I think just using that to our advantage, covering a lot of ground with our length will be to our advantage for sure.
Because you've been an elite two-way player for your whole life, really. It's not just about size, though. What else does this team have in terms of the potential of reaching?
Yeah, I think it's the communication and just the dedication to playing hard and doing it on both ends. So I think just having 5 guys on the court at a time, communicating, talking to each other, and bought into getting stops on every possession.
It's one thing to know that you're going to be playing with future Hall of Famers, but what's it like to actually get on the court with them?
Yeah, it's incredible. I can learn so much just from being on the court and watching them play and just feeling out the spacing and the different things that they do. So it's been incredible to be on the court with the guys like that.
How would you describe the intensity of your first practice today?
I thought the intensity was great. I thought we were competing right from the jump, getting the different shell drills, defensive drills. I thought we had a lot of guys just locked in and just competing at a high level. It's different, different terminology, but it's all the same thing at the end of the day. So you just got to get accustomed to saying different things. I'm still saying sometimes I mess up and say old terminology I used at Duke and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you say something, it's better than saying nothing. Just letting your teammate know where you are. So just any communication is really good.
Do you have any rookie moments today or any kind of welcome to the NBA type of moments?
I wouldn't really say that. The white team, we were playing 5-on-5 for a little bit. The white team went on a run. They won a couple games in a row. So, yeah.
Anything surprise you with this go out there today?
I don't think there was any surprises. I was just really happy with the way we all came out and we're competing, working hard, and just trying to get better.
With that being out here in Canada, in Vancouver, ever been to Vancouver before?
I've never been to Canada at all, so it's really beautiful. Obviously, it's really cool to be up here and get to a new place. Never been to Canada, no.
How do you talked yesterday about fitting in and finding different ways to impact the game. How do you kind of balance wanting to fit in with assertiveness and putting your stamp on games like you have throughout your life?
Yeah, I think just playing your game while fitting in, like you said, just putting my stamp, being who I am and impacting the game in the ways I know I can impact it. So not just kind of fading in and being out there, but fitting in while making an impact at the same time.
What is just the messaging from Jason and he'll be down here on the floor about how to make it work offensively for the Mavs overall?
Yeah, I think, like we talked about a lot, just being versatile, having different guys with the ball in their hands, initiating offense, keeping the ball moving, and just getting a lot of guys involved.
What are some things to build on from today's practice going into the rest of the season?
I think a lot of different things, but I think just defensively, continue to pick up on the terminology like we talked about, but just, playing together, continue to work on the rotations, and just having guys on the court at the same time and just getting comfortable with each other.
Some of these guys have been in the game for a long time. Is there anyone that you kind of grew up watching?
For sure. I think obviously AD, Kyrie, Klay, those are guys that, when I was younger, I was a big fan watching, Klay when he was on the Warriors, when they're on their big run. So, it's obviously cool to be able to be on the same team as them.
Klay looked energized out there today. How did things feel?
Well, I had a long, refreshing off season, so I channeled that energy into the first practice, and it felt great to just see our team nearly complete and competing. It was so much fun.
Anything else that you were hoping to get accomplished today, learn about the team, get a feel for?
Really just compete and set the foundation for what's to come. We're trying to set a standard for the culture here that we're going to push through adversity. We're going to play when we're tired. We're going to be relentless in chasing our goals. And I thought it was a great start of the season for that. That was a lot of fun.
How did you think the rookie did in his first true NBA practice?
Cooper did great. I'm most impressed he did not sit out one drill. I don't care how many shots he misses, how many mistakes he makes. The fact that he's in there and he's competing every single drill, that's what impresses me.
Why do you guys obviously have crazy defensive personnel? What do you feel like some of the keys to making it work offensively this year?
I would say playing through one another, playing for one another, and trusting the pass. We understand how deep our team is. We have a different personnel than we did last season, so we have to play a different style. We have to play to our strengths, and that is cutting off the ball, that's playing through our big men. And we understand it could be a different player's night every night out there. You know, we don't know who's going to lead the team in scoring until obviously AD and Kyrie, but until those guys are in the lineup on a consistent basis, it's going to be somebody's turn every other night.
AD was in there for 9 games last year. Like, you just didn't get that much of the double big thing. But like, do you feel like there's anything you can take from last year, or just like this is how it's going to be with the double bigs on the court and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially defensively, it's going to feel great to know that you got the luxury of the best shot blockers in the league behind you. That gives you so much confidence to press into the offensive player, to take more gambles as far as playing the passing lanes, and it's very exciting. I think there's no reason we can't be the highest rated defensive team in the NBA. You know, in my experience, what helps to win is having a roster full of two-way players, and we have that.
We talked about the terminology of the game and how it's a little bit different from that from college level. So there were some times where you kind of slipped up and said, as a vet, what are some of the things that you try to tell him in those moments?
Oh, Cooper?
Yeah.
All the rookies. I tell them, be loud, communicate, play with great effort, have a great attitude. You're going to miss shots, you're going to make shots, you're going to make mistakes. But if you do those two things I talked about, you're going to fulfill your potential. And that's what being a pro is. It's not about being a 10-time NBA All-Star. Made for Cooper it is, but because we have that expectation. But if you just give your best every day, that's all we ask. It's an easy job.
What do you think about just the overall energy, seeing these guys go full out in day one?
Yeah, I thought it was great. The energy was high. The talk was high. It was a positive day. I thought that, again, for the length of time that we were out there, there was a lot of positive things.
What are some of the most important things you want to set the tone for early on and make sure that they know that that is the focus for this season?
Yeah, well, we've talked about having fun. We talk about championship habits. And then I think just the relationship building, being able to talk. I thought a lot of great player-to-player conversations. The relationship building, just understanding when players are talking to each other, they're figuring it out. And so I thought it was a lot of that today, which as coaches we would invite that a lot more throughout training camp and throughout the season.
How's you about Cooper's first day?
I thought, again, he's a competitor. He's made a lot of the right plays. I understand handling the ball, playing without the ball. Again, an 18-year-old. He understands how to play the game at a very, very high level, and I thought his energy was great.
How did it go for you, just having a new staff and giving direction and seeing how this all fits for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of new, and especially with the staff. I thought Frank and Jay did an incredible job, but I thought Popeye and the rest of the coaches, Josh, the whole coaching staff did a really good job today with their energy and their talk and their teaching, because there's a lot of teaching the first couple of days, and I thought those guys did a really good job.
Has talked about just wanting to plug in. He's used that term a little bit and fit in. What do you see out here today that just shows it should be a smooth transition?
Well, I'm going to copy and say that he's plugged in and he fits in. Day one, he was great. I just talked about the player-to-player conversation. I thought he was one of those that led that. Being new, sometimes you could be hesitant to talk, but I thought his voice with his new teammates was at a high level, and we need that. He's a vet. His skill set is extremely high, but I thought, again, his voice was really, really good today.
You were saying yesterday, I don't want to label guys, positionally. When you're looking at this year, is there like a right mix of going double big versus only AD is the only big, or is that something you just kind of have to like feel out as the season goes along? What's the right mix there?
Yeah, I think it's something that you have to watch. You can see a lot of teams are going with two bigs. The last couple of championship teams have gone with two bigs, so there's a balance. There's always a balance in the game of basketball. Shooting threes, taking layups, getting free throws, and so for us, it's going to be a balance of having two bigs, having one big. It doesn't have to be AD. It could, be Gafford. It could be D Live. It could be Coop. And so just having a lot of different options. Sometimes in this league you don't have options, and so we're very fortunate to have a lot of different options.
Jason, what did you see out of Dennis today, and what are you expecting from him?
Dennis was great. I thought he was another guy that stood out today in day one. I thought his energy, we all know about his abilities, super athletic, but I thought he was really good with the white team today.
I apologize if you already asked this. What were you hoping to get out of today? What was the main thing you wanted to see today?
Yeah, competition. I thought the competition, I thought the talk between the three teams was at a high. All three teams were trying to win in the competition and the drills. And so understanding we're pushing each other to be the best, to make the game hard. And so I thought the guys executed at a very high level, especially the first day with their, a lot of teaching, maybe a little standing around that first day. I thought the guys did a great job of paying attention and being able to take what we're teaching out on the floor and doing it at a high level.
I was just talking to Dwight Powell, and he was saying that part of training camp is developing a hive mind. Do you feel like you're on the track to doing that, to getting that kind of all together on one page?
Yeah, I think day one there was a lot of positive response to the teaching, a lot of energy, and so I would say we're beginning to understand, becoming a team. Day one, we got a long ways to go, but I thought today's energy was at a very high, and it's something to build on for tomorrow.